Greetings, greetings. This is Gyp-C coming to you with a general collective message. Okay, so only take what resonates, only the rest. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Four of Swords energy. That speaks of taking a break, resting. Take time out, and the answer will come. Rest, ease, restoration, respite, recharging, reflection, abundance. Excuse me, did I? If I said wands, I meant swords. Swords is air energy, Libra. Could be talking to a Libra. But basically Spirit is telling collective it's time to take a break. Rest. Go recharge. Okay. I know spring break coming up for some of us real soon. So hey, if you got the time off, take it and go relax. Like go somewhere and lay out in the sun. Alright, so let's tap in, see what's coming out. All right, so we got a Knight of Pentacle coming out in the reverse. Lack of courage. Avarice, avarice, jealous, grasping, unreliable, obsession with work, stubborn. Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Community groups, energy, communication, growth. So, okay, all right, with Magician at the bottom. Somebody could be, um, basically, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Just say, for instance, you want to get some rest, okay? You could always have somebody come in as soon as you get ready to lay your head, touch your head to the mattress, the pillow, or whatever. Here goes somebody coming with some bullshit. I don't know if this person is manipulative. They could be manifesting to kind of like slow you down. But usually the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who ain't shit. And they could also be somebody who's tapping in the witchcraft, black magic, the dark arts. Okay, because it could be somebody who wants to. Usually, in the upright, the Knight of Pentacles would be someone slow, try to slow you down, but they hard working. Somebody could be hard working and trying to slow you down, but like I said, with it being in reverse, the Knight of Pentacles is usually someone who ain't, like I said, not reliable. And with the Magician at the bottom, take your, you can make your imagination real, creative power, skill, adaptation, originality, self confidence. So just say, like for instance, the Magician in the upright is a good thing. Like you alchemize energy. So just say for instance, if you do have somebody who with shit, you could be somebody who know how to transmute the bullshit. Okay. All right. Thank you. So now we got the Ten of Pentacles coming out. Once again, Earth energy, Capricorn towards Virgo. Everything in fruition and wisdom from all stages of life. Legacy, inheritance, roots, security, family, prosperity, pinnacles of success. So somebody you can be like wealthy for creating generational wealth. You are the trauma breaker in your family. Like you could be the first one went to college, first one to become multi-millionaire. Yeah, because with the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom, it's something that you're working on, something that you master. Find work-life balance to protect your creativity. Education, detail, perseverance, overly careful, apprenticeship, talent, high standards, skill, Virgo. So these last two cards is Virgo energy. If we had to be talking about a person. And like I said, you don't have to be. This don't have to be your sun sign. It could be your moon or your rising. Basically anywhere in your birth chart. But like I said, don't worry about the signs. Most definitely, you could be an earth sign, or like I said, because full swords, that's Libra energy. Could be a Libra who has a lot of earth in your chart. You could be a earth sign with some air in your chart. But regardless, there's somebody in your energy that lacks the courage. Or like I say, somebody, if you're resting, or raw energy is resting, taking a break, you could be also in meditation, okay, as well. And I'm not sure whether spirit is giving you something in meditation or giving you something when you're at rest, like giving you some visions, giving you some ideas, and possibly you are refusing to take action on it, collective, if this is you. Because, like I said, it speaks of the lack of courage, of various jealous, grasping, unreliable obsession with work, stubborn. Or it could be somebody in your energy who, because what the Ten of Pentacles is, somebody you could be doing a whole lot of work. And like I say, source is telling you to get some rest. This is all I can come up with, really. Because it's like you already reached your Ten of Pentacles. Whatever you're doing, you already reached your Ten of Pentacles. And like with the Eight of Pentacles here, and you take two, excuse me, you take 8 from 10, that leaves two. So it's like it's something you need to try to find balance. You work hard so you can play a little bit. And like it says, find work life balance. Can't make this shit up. So whoever you are, you could be working hard, and source is telling you, yeah, you need to take a break for real, seriously. Yeah, with the tower, there is some type of drastic change, and I hate to say drastic, but there's a sudden change that's about to come through. King of Cups at the bottom. The tower speaks of always expect the unexpected, collapse, upheaval, distraction, or destruction, foundational shift, reality check, ambition and adversity. King of Cups. So there could be a masculine energy, King of Cups, or feminine energy. You could be in your masculine. King of Cups, support yourself before you can support others. Subtile, crafty, wisdom, fierce. Nurture with calm exterior. Considerate, balanced, and generous. So there could be a masculine in someone's energy who's about to have a sort of shift change. It says foundational shift. Just say, for instance, if somebody was doing some things, you was doing it on some bullshit like lies, wearing a mask, pretending. I feel like there's about to be a tower moment for you, to where if it's anything shady, unstable, it's coming down, so that it can be rebuilt. So, like for instance, if I'm talking about a masculine, this masculine could possibly be coming back in as a King of Cups, very loving and nurturing. Maybe at one point, this masculine wasn't in his King of Cups energy. Could have been in like his King of Wands or King of Pentacles energy. You know what I'm saying? All about money. King of Wands is all about sex, kind of, sort of. Put that way it go, collective. But why is the Tower here, Spirit? Yeah, with the Fool card. So these are two higher cards. So the Fool card is coming out. The Tower is, I'm about to say Scorpio energy. It's fire energy. I want to say Sagittarius. But Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I really want. I'm gonna just say Sagittarius. The Tower. If we're talking about a person, and we have the Fool card, air. The Fool card speaks of spreading your wings and fly, anticipating, wonder, curiosity, new journey, care is needed, potential. So basically, Sosa is telling somebody this change, if there's a change about to come, and it's going to cause somebody to take a leap of faith. And now we got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So not only is masculine going to become loving, after the time moment, someone's going to become real loving. And once they take the leap of faith, possibly they're going to come in with some truth with the King of Swords at the bottom, thinking things through from all perspectives, precision, articulate, truthful, cautious, design, and plain, controlled but determined. So maybe somebody's going to take a leap of faith towards you, right? But this person's coming in very calculated. They're going to come off as loving. So I don't know, you might be dreaming about this person. Or like I said, they might try to catch you while you on some type of vacation, chilling, laying up, resting. And then they're going to try to come in and woo you. The Nine of Wands with the Seven of Cups just came out together. King of Cups back at the bottom again. So now there's the King of Cups who's possibly, I don't know whether he's repetitively gaslighted you. Seven of Cups speaks of, someone playing you for options. So Source is saying step back from everything to gain perspective. So maybe this King of Cups is looking back at, I just heard, looking back over the years, you shed some tears. So, like I said, maybe there's a masculine King of Cups. He's in his nurturing state. He's stepping back, taking a look back, possibly at how he gaslighted you, possibly how he put you on the shelf and, put several people ahead of you. And with the Nine of Wands, like I said, this is something that they repetitively did. And like they did it so much to hell, you had shit with every action they did. You took a wand and started building the damn fort around you so you could kind of like protect yourself from this bullshit. Collective, if it makes sense, it does. If it don't, it may not have happened yet. You may not realize the person you're dealing with possibly only with you because they see that you are the Ten of Pentacles. What else, Spirit? Magician. So here comes the Magician. Air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Magician, you can make your imagination real. So somebody, like I said, this up and said, you're this wounded warrior, this Nine of Wands. Believe in yourself and have courage to continue. Courage, persistence, strength. Unbreakable force, great success. Health, discipline, and valor. So like I said, for instance, you don't have people do you so dirty to where with this Magician card, you learn how to transmute that energy, turn it into your good, because we got the wheel of fortune here. You turn it into your good, create creative power, skill, adaptation, original self-confidence. Like I say, whoever you are, you are a master magician. You are a master magician. And for some reason, you have manifest the wheel of fortune in your favor. You have the strength and new beginnings. The cycle restarts. Change, chance, fate, happiness, cycles, destiny, luck, and karma. Completion, return, higher level success, true will, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So, like I said, whoever you are, in the midst of all of this, if you dealt with anybody that, like I said, string you along, was there when it was convenient for them. Just know you transmuted all of that negative shit and turned it into your wheel of fortune. You success. Page of Cups. Don't let your emotions get in the way. You could have been dealing with somebody who's immature. In the reverse, the Page of Cups. Flattered, selfish, deviation from the path. Naive, irrational, daydreaming, immature. Balance, priorities when making choices. Duality. Page of Cups. Earth, Page of Water. Cancer, Pisces. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So, like I said, somebody you knew how to transmute energy. You probably dealt with somebody who was very immature. And the Four of Swords is back at the bottom again. And this is possibly why Source is saying take time out. The answer will come. So it's like you could be in your head about this collective like, man, year 10, year 2, and we still in the same goddamn place. That nigga ain't changed that damn board yet. Type shit. And like right now you already realizing the person immature. You done raise your kids, so you ain't trying to raise somebody else's damn child. Especially when they already grown. So like I said, once again, Four of Swords. I'm here to confirm it for you. If you're dealing with this, go ahead and get that break. Love is to the will of fortune. Can't make this up. It's a decision. Somebody, you got a choice that you're going to have to make. Celebrate the love in your life. Inspiration, motivation, love, beauty, action, commitment, choice, unity. With the will of fortune, you have strength and new beginnings. So somebody, I feel like if you were someone's choice, now you have a choice when it comes to love. They had you with 6 people ahead of you in the 7 of Cups. Now it's probably just you yourself. You probably got you dating yourself right now, and Source is about to bring you somebody, and you're gonna have to decide. But at the same time, whoever you was dealing with, they probably thinking it's a whole person in the way why you ain't even thinking about them. But no, you don't realize you giving energy that's been given. You stopping over giving, and for that reason, this is why the will is in your favor in this season. Somebody about to take a chance. And when you taking this chance, there's when you keep doing the same shit over and over and expect change, that's I think they call that a lunatic. Cause you're doing the same thing and expecting change. Ain't shit gonna change if you're doing the same thing. But I feel like now you're gonna make the decision to do something different. And you're gonna see this change come. 9 of Cups at the bottom, you about to get your dream come true. And I feel like with that Four of Swords, while you laying there resting, Source is gonna be giving you downloads and information and visions and shit on what you need to be doing, things people saying, or things people doing to you. What else, Spirit? Justice. Use your intuition to set your mortal compass. Truth, clarity, cause, and effect. Eternal justice, balance, fairness, accountability. Could be talking to a Libra, and Four of Swords is Libra energy. So even if you're not a Libra, something could be going down in Libra season. Or like I say, something probably happened in Libra season. And you're realizing now, you know what, this motherfucker ain't reliable. I'm thinking they the 10 of Pentacles when actuality is you. So like I said, there's some type of sudden change with the tower here that's gonna happen. And Source is gonna have somebody take a leap of faith. And you're gonna start creating options instead of being somebody's option. Because like I said, somebody repetitively keep gaslighting you and possibly trying to manipulate you. But I feel like like I said, you transmit that energy. These 3 high iconic cards. The Magician, the Lovers to the Wheel of Fortune. And now we got the justice. So I feel like it's some karma is coming. It's gonna be some good and some bad. It's like whatever energy was put out into the atmosphere is about to come back to somebody. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom. So depending on whoever, if I'm talking to a low vibrational person or a high vibrational person, if you was out here working double time on being negative and toxic towards people, then just expect double time karma coming back on your ass. Now, if you was somebody out here working hard and you was, shedding love, light, helping raise the vibration, helping get back to the love, unconditional love, and universal awareness, then you can expect good karma to come your way. But just know this world is about duality. Good, bad, dark, light, up, down, hot and cold. All of it the same. It just depends on which direction it's going in. So like I said, depending on whoever you was or were, are, is, you can expect. Got the Six of Wands to the Page of Wands. Excuse me, Six of Wands to the Ace of Wands. Before I even read the card, I'm feeling like the justice that's coming is someone who's thinking they're gonna have victory and be able to sleep with you. This is okay. There's gonna be some people collective that they thought they was gonna have victory and be able to come back and jump back in the bed with you. You know what I'm saying? That would be their wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups back at the bottom. But there's some people that is not gonna have that option. And on the other hand, there is some people when the justice kick in, they're gonna have victory. And with the Ace of Wands, yeah, someone is gonna have a new passion to begin. Okay? And like I said, also that's going to be someone's wish fulfillment. Someone Nine of Cups energy. Okay? But the Six of Wands in reverse says pride of riches, delay, fear, apprehension, doubt, ignore. And the Ace of Wands in the reverse is false start, fixation, cancellation, delays, misunderstanding. So, like I said, with this, and some people when the scales balance out, some people gonna get that, and on the other hand, you're gonna have some that you have earned every one of your successes, progress, confidence, conquest, public recognition, triumph. This could be somebody who may have something on social media. Ace of Wands is take action on your ideas, will to create energy, inspiration, creation, force, strength, and gain. Fire energy, both of them is fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, someone you could be on. Like I said, some people gonna have victory with a new passion in the beginning, their dreams coming true, and on the other hand, some people not so good, not so much. Like they say, somebody's about to have I don't know whether it's gonna be an ego death or someone's gonna have a reality check. With the Hermit coming out, Virgo energy, all life answers are within you. Wisdom sought, solitude, inner truth, divine inspiration, enlightenment, selfishness, integration, and attainment. So someone's source is about to have you go into Hermit mode. And that's most likely why, like I say, whoever was thinking they about to get back in the sack with you, you know what I'm saying? I feel like source is about to have you going in the Hermit mode. So yeah, because it's like right now it's time for you to go seek balance. Because like I said, this person possibly was trying to juggle you. So since they try to juggle you, then like I say, they're not going to be able to. I'm hearing not my goodies, not my goodies. So someone is no longer going to be able to get into your goodies. Okay, so sources gonna have you go somebody. You're gonna have to Go find you some balance. I'm hearing pH balance. Someone may need to balance that out as well. Because, people will throw off your pH balance, ladies. We got the Star card coming out with the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. So, while you're in solitude, I feel like someone you could be a healer or you going to be healing. All your dreams are coming true. Opportunities, renewal, faith, hope, healing, rejuvenation, unexpected help. That's the star energy. Aquarius. The Queen of Pentacles is earth energy. Focus on your home, family, success, and abundance. Protective, generous, charming, intelligent, kind, truthful, practical. Stability, firm foundations to rest on. So, like I said, could we talk to a Queen of Pentacles? I want to say this is the first actual feminine energy that's coming out in the read. So, could we talk to a Queen of Pentacles Earth sign? You could be very grounded, even if you're not an Earth sign, but you could be very grounded with the Earth. With the Emperor here, could be talking to an Aries energy. The Emperor is the divine masculine. Own your space with confidence. War, conquest, victory, strife, ambition, divine masculine, structure, control. Like I said, this is Aries energy. If we had to say, speak on a person, but like I said, even if you're not an Aries, you are a father figure. You could be a father, potential to be a father. Um, you take care of responsibilities. You have your own home, own car. Like you are a man who can take care of himself and someone if you chose to. So with the Emperor energy out here, I'm not sure that there's an Emperor who could possibly, maybe he could be in the Queen of Pentacles energy. I'm hearing grounded, very grounded, grounded, very grounded. And with the Star card here, that's what I'm saying. It's like you a healer. You a healer. Or you are going to be healing. This Emperor could be coming to a Earth energy to be healed. Okay? So, wow. Two of Cups at the bottom. So there could be an Aries and a Earth sign, Capricorn towards Virgo, coming together in a partnership, opening your heart and receiving love from others. Or like I said, even if it's not actually like a relationship love, there could be a friendship that someone is going to come help heal another friend. And like I said, with this Four of Swords energy, that speaks of breaking, getting some rest, basically meditation. Got the hang one coming out, look at the world from a different perspective. Wait and sacrifice, hesitation, suspension, relaxation, Neptune, what? Water energy. Hang one, like I said, someone you could be feeling stuck. Maybe this Emperor is feeling stuck. With the Three of Cups at the bottom, I don't know whether he was celebrating with groups of people or whether he was having this Queen of Pentacles in third party situation. Or maybe he have celebrated with this Queen of Pentacles. So he could be kind of stuck and stagnant right now. Maybe looking at trying to figure out how he want to approach this person. Put that way it go, collective. Wow. But just know from dating judgment, and I saw it just turned up in the reverse. Failure to face the fact, delay, disappointment, blame, and doubt with the Page of Swords. So there's the Emperor possibly, like I said, maybe he was trying to go towards a Queen of Pentacles. Maybe there was a Queen of Pentacles that was very earthy and grounding, and she possibly was supposed to help him heal. Maybe, what I'm saying, he wasn't in all of that. I'm hearing I turn with the la di da, all that la di da shit. So maybe he felt though, especially if it was somebody spiritual. Maybe this masculine was like, I ain't into that shit you want. But anywho, source, the most high, the one, the all, the God of the universe and everything in it, is having this masculine be placed under judgment. This is why they're stuck. And like I said, I don't know whether you're going to be watching this or they watching you. Someone instead of, somebody, I feel like Source gave someone a spark of inspiration, an idea uh, that they were supposed to take, you know, take steps in, but maybe this person was like, high priest energy. There was some type of secrets this person was doing. And I feel like collective secretly, Source say, okay, well, we're going to guide you on the common waters. Because if you're the high priestess, you know what I'm saying? Moon sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, water energy. Trust your own counsel first. So it's like you already knew what was going on. You could have possibly say something to this person. Knowing what the answer was already, and this person chose to lie to you. And this is why they're probably under judgment. You can't lie and play with a high priest, a high priestess. Because all you doing is digging your own goddamn hole. And like I said, with that being said, Source chose, and you chose to allow Source to guide you on the common waters. And with that being said, you gain so much more knowledge than this person possibly have had. Yeah. What else? King of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So, Four of Swords. The King of Wands possibly wants to come in and give you a gift. Like I said, this King of Wands could be this Aries side, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Um, Very passionate, desirable, masculine, a leader, successful, swift. If he's not actually taking care of it, he's appointing people to get the job done. But the King of Wands could also be someone who's very sexually oriented. I don't know whether this person feel like they want to come in and gift you with some dick or something. But even if that's what's on their mind, I feel like you're in your Queen of Swords energy. Okay? And possibly they're going to have to invest more than some dick or some Gucci to get up in your energy. This is what it's looking like. Yeah, because I feel like Swords got them blocked. You're guarded and protected. Spirit is blocking them out. Because, yeah, like I said, this person still wants to juggle you. Swords is blocking out these folks so you can go somewhere and be at peace and find some balance. Yeah, because like I said, you about to have your wish fulfillment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the sun card, somebody you about to be very, 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 very happy. Happier than you have ever been. Ever been. Possibly since your childhood. Like I said, this tower, this sudden change here, Three of Cups, you're going to be celebrating with different groups of people. Maybe these people are going to come in and bring balance to you. But I feel like you could possibly be in some type of self-mental imprisonment. You know what I'm saying? You could possibly be into some type of self-mental imprisonment. Yeah, but you can get out of this though. Because all you gotta do is get out your head and listen to what your intuition is trying to tell you. Because I feel like your spiritual team is wanting to collaborate with you with this Three of Pentacles here. So get out your way. I'm here, move, bitch. Get out the way. Because you got a strong intuition. Can't make the shit up with the hierophant at the bottom. Are you very strongly, highly in tune with the divine source? Like you type like that with understanding your beliefs, values, and boundaries. Teaching, morality, education, divine wisdom, kindness, tradition. So somebody you could be a counselor or somebody who has spiritual knowledge, and if you have a strong sense of spiritual knowledge. And also with the Queen of Swords here, you somebody when you speak, people actually listen. Seven of Pentacles coming out. So possibly you have already planted some seeds. Or you may have some people who's seeing the seeds that you planted and possibly they're going to come in and start investing in you. Two of Wands right here. So start planning and preparing. Get all the products, supplies you think you're gonna need for whatever it is you're doing. And go from there. The kids, we got to start. The kids, you have to start. Okay, look. Three of Wands. Something can be at a distance from you or on a delay. Six of Cups. So I don't know whether somebody from your past that's at a distance from you, possibly now they're trying to come in and want a new opportunity at love. But once again, look at that Four of Swords. So I say, so be mindful if somebody try to make like they done change so much. Take them through the motions. Make sure they change for real. Because you fuck around, this person get back with you, and then you'll be burdened as hell. Toting all the burdens that this person got. And that's the problem. Somebody's the type of regret. Because they need some damn help to tote these fucking burdens. So be mindful if somebody try to come in and make like, oh, they so much back in love with you. Oh, I'm so sorry on what I did. With the Temperance coming out with the Sun card. Someone you go find you some peace. Use your time wisely. Find you something safe to do. So you can go ahead and continue to be enlightened and happy. And this person is gonna have to watch you be happy. Person gonna have to watch you be happy. The King of Pentacles with the Death card. And the Chariot at the bottom. The King of Pentacles speaks of continuing to solve issues in practical ways. Realistic, solid, good character. Intelligent, steady, flexible, and provide. Excuse me, not provide. Yeah, it's provide. I'm doing something at home. And with the Death card out here, I feel like someone's going through a transformation. So your money could be, your finances could be transformed. And with the Chariot here, like I said, you succeed. You're going to win. You're going to succeed. You've always been succeeded. Anytime you went through anything, you always managed to succeed. And it's because you stood on business. Stand on business. Okay? Bitch, always. You know what I'm saying? Always stood on business. That's why I feel it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but of course it made people mad. People mad, but like I said, guess who? The ones who mad, they mad because they gotta watch you succeed now. This is why they mad because they got to watch you succeed. Because hey, you could have had people who was betting against you. Could have had people that was betting against you. But here you are, because you this Queen of Cups and you always high vibrational, eager, and ready to take on the world. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to energy. Somebody, like I said, you alchemize energy. You could be a reader. Something that your ancestors has passed on down to you. Somebody go ahead and venerate your ancestors. Yeah, because like I said, they about to help you bring in some love. Some love that's gonna be successful. Okay? This is gonna be some love that's gonna be successful. It's gonna be your yin to your yang. And this person ain't gonna walk away from you either. Cause they're being guided on the common waters. Okay? Because whoever I'm talking to, most likely you dealing with somebody, you might have dealt with them in the season. You deal with somebody a good 3 months, and then all of a sudden you would hear spirit be like, you know this shit about to be alright. And you know what I'm saying? You understood the assignment. You understood the assignment. What else, Spirit? Yeah, it's cherry, but guess what? Because you out here succeeding and winning and improving yourself, people in regrets. People is in some type of regret. I don't know. It could be people who I don't know whether it's a church of people, groups of people, but it's people who are in regret because you out here, you finding out who you are. You find out what your heritage is, what your true, you know what I'm saying, spiritual reality, religious beliefs, and all of that shit is. While other people is just letting people tell them shit, and this is why they're sitting in this regretful state because they don't want to open their mind. And instead of you allow people to tell you shit, you go somewhere and find and dig and get knowledge. Yeah, because you believe in your personal power. You stand in no business.